This is a very specific message for someone. You have one more day. And if this is for you, you already know what I'm talking about. It's in regards to this big change that you have been working on that actually hasn't felt like a big change. You've been feeling it, but it's been moving very slowly, which like you would expect it to move a lot faster, but it's because it's so huge, it's just been like creeping along. Interesting where I have my Ace of Embers at the back of my deck. This is divine inspiration. You have been guided to do something, to go somewhere that is in relation to this big change, and it's like it's all gonna hit tomorrow. You could be seeing like descending patterns, especially 3-2-1 lately, but also 1-2-3-4 is also significant. So it's like an ending and also a new beginning happening. Obviously, you already know that. And it's been, you've had to process a lot of grief in this, is you've had to let a lot go. And something I kept hearing a lot, especially in my dreams, was letting go of everything so you can receive everything back and more. So it's like, take heart as you release these things that you're going to get it back better, but also like more than you would have expected, and that it's, you haven't been doing this in vain, and that it's been right for you to follow this divine inspiration, this calling, especially where this year has been heavy illusion energy. This has been so much illusion over the collective for pretty much all of this year, and you have been walking just in divine faith. You've essentially had a blindfold on and have had to use and employ all of your other senses. And this has been a year of mastery for you spiritually, so that you can rely on your intuition, you can rely on yourself for where you need to go. And you're about to see the culmination of it. Like tomorrow is your last day somewhere, which highlights your first day taking a step towards something new. So this message you need to come across just to get ready for that. I'm gonna see if anything else comes through. This is something that you manifested. This Weaver is like the Page of Swords in the traditional deck. There's been a lot of unmasking going on, and also there have been a lot of bird messengers where this person's wearing a bird mask. And this speaks to someone who has been achieving mastery, someone who set out on something. They have the skills, they have the tools they need. They just needed to grow into this version of themselves, and that's very much what you've been having to do. And this is sort of your last day in like this in-between phase, especially this Mercury retrograde. All of it, the shadow periods, the retrograde, and then the shadow period after, has been very much testing this new version of you. It's been the last cleanup of get that last foot out of your old life and step both feet into your new life. It's been challenging, anxiety-inducing, frustrating for a lot of people, but that's just a sign of growth. If you're not experiencing any resistance, there's no growth there, which isn't always a bad thing, because we go through rest periods, we go through, like joyful seasons and all of that. But if you've been feeling the pressure, you are in a time of growth. Because a lot of people will feel resistance and think they're doing something wrong, but it's not that. You're growing, and you've had to keep going back into yourself and then reappearing as this new version of you. All of the decisions you've had to make have tested you in a way that you've never been tested before. I just saw 3-2-1 on my timer, so that ties into this message and confirms this message. You've had to very much grow and become a new person, which has been, challenging for you. This Nine of Birds, this is anxiety. It's like the Nine of Swords. You've been very much in your head. This has been like a lot of sleepless nights, because it's, how do I make this happen? Your old coping mechanisms haven't been working. It's been you relying on this new version of you. And the Seven of Birds here, this is a card of strategy. So you very much had to strategize and make decisions from a new version of you. How would this new version of me do it? How would the future version of me do it? You've even had to ask, how would the most successful version of me do it? And with this Four of Lotuses here is the card of loss. That again, where I said you've had to give up so much because you're getting a lot back. I'm getting that this whatever's coming one more day is you releasing something that's needed to go for a while, and then also just like releasing the rest that needs to come out. Infinite Paths, this is a great way to end this message. This is the Sun card, where I always say, this card always reminds me of like there are a million ways to get to something, there's a million ways to do something. You may be seeing 10 a lot, where there's completion, but this is the Sun energy. So this is a sign that you have a lot of happiness coming in, that this ending is a bright new beginning, and that the sun's going to shine on your life. It's been challenging, and it's okay to grieve, but have the expectation that things are going to work out very beautifully for you. Again, bird messengers are significant, so pay attention to the birds that you're seeing and look them up. But if this resonates with you, let me know. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can head to the link at the top of my page. They're my Etsy shop. I also have a new service where you can schedule an appointment with me to either work something out that is outside of tarot, or if you want to involve tarot in it, that's fine. But it's basically, if you need someone to talk to, I've had a lot of people reaching out asking if they could just speak to me about certain things. So now I offer this service where you can do that if you just need to vent, voice some frustrations, or talk to someone who's been through the situations that you have been through and just need some guidance or reassurance. You can check that out. The link is also in my bio for that. And also check out my Substack while you're there. Thanks, guys.